It's Theo and Vim and Milo too. Welcome back to the Afterclass Crew. Welcome back, guys, to the Afterclass Crew. My name is Theo and I'm your host. I'm sitting with my co-host Vim.
Yeah.
And my other co-host Milo.
Hello, I'm back.
In today's episode, we will be talking about what happened when me and Vim were in Spain with our school, and also how it was for Milo in Sweden when the French Erasmus students came to visit. So, Vim, then, if you would like to jump into the first talking points, you can take the microphone and go for it.
Yeah. So in Spain, it was really exciting. We got to meet our Erasmus students again, and it was a very fun time. Very good weather. I liked it very much. So
yeah, I mean, I must agree to everything you say. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
So for this question can go for both of us, but
yeah,
we have our Spain, but we can. So after spending some time there because Milo, you went to France also before. Mm-hmm. So after some spending time in France and Spain, were there things in Spain or France that seemed to do better than Sweden? Anything that we love to take back home? Anything we wish was in here in Sweden instead of in Spain or France?
I didn't really think. I think in France there wasn't a lot of activities after school, which was a bit boring. So that's I like that about Sweden. Yeah. Everyone likes to do stuff.
So that could be depending on the people that you get as students.
Yeah, also
exactly.
That. But it was almost every student didn't do things. So.
Yeah.
But in Spain you did a lot of things, I heard.
Yeah, we did actually.
Yeah, we were hanging out. We were walking on the streets.
Yeah, and they took us to a couple of museums. We went to the FC Barcelona.
Yeah, the
museum.
Camp Nou. That was great.
Yeah, that was very cool. Yeah. And then we went to the infamous La Sagrada Familia. If you know that, it's a very famous church. You might in our thumbnail you will see it in the background. Yeah. But. Yeah. Theo, you want to take the mic?
Yeah, sure. I'll go to the next question.
Yeah.
What was the most exciting part of the trip? Was there any drama or anything? Milo, if you just hold on to yours, we'll get to that later. But for me and Vim then.
Oh, anything exciting? Yeah, a lot of things happened. I heard some people. Their students left them to play basketball, and
there was some autistic kid, a lawyer or something. His name.
Yeah, you could say. He left the group of Swedish students to go with his friends to play basketball, and then the students were stuck in
in the town. They had to walk around alone and try to find. Yeah.
Not cool. And then also, what else happened?
There was a lot of people got alcohol, for example, in the shops, maybe.
Oh yeah. And some people got a little bit drunk. Yeah.
It happens once in a while.
But yeah, Milo, you want to explain your trip a little? Anything?
I'll just maybe summarize it.
Yeah.
Okay, so when the students came, I missed the first 2 days because I was in Liverpool and watching a football match. But when I came back, we spent the first 2 days at my place and had not a party but a hangout. Hangout. And the first day went well. Nothing crazy happened, but the second day there might also have been some alcohol involved.
Oh,
it was
with 2 people, which was chaotic but fun.
Yeah, it was fun to watch maybe.
Yeah, we had to take care of them the whole night. And then on Thursday, I think. Yeah, we went to Gröna Lund.
Oh, yeah, that's fun. That's very fun.
We went on roller coasters with the students. They didn't really go on so many, but I had fun.
Yeah,
so it was nice.
Even the Swedish students had fun.
Yeah,
the Swedish students.
I wonder if there is in France, because in Spain, they're was there a moment for you guys that during the trip that made you stop and think okay, this is totally different from home? For us in Spain, I think all of the people didn't have locks on their bathroom doors. That was crazy. Completely out of insane. Like all of our bathroom doors for the toilets didn't have any locks. So when I sit down to shit, then to take a dump, then I can't lock the door and like someone could just walk in anytime. And then like
I was like, oh,
it's a bit scary.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the bathroom now. I'm a shower. So they like knew that I wasn't at
I
home.
also have that in my bathroom.
It was so in France, or
no,
in Sweden.
At home. Yeah, I also
exactly. Yeah, I've been there. I know.
With my brother.
Yeah. So you could like do stuff. You could sit down and take a dump together. So that's at least better than Spain. So let's talk about the culture. In their daily life, things like how late people eat and stuff like that. Did it change how you thought about your own routines? Because I know for sure that I slept so incredibly little and I ate very late and so on. So in Sweden,
I actually think it was the same, but we started a little bit later on the school day, so I got good sleep.
That's nice.
And my student lived very close to school.
Yeah, the same for me. Mine lived like 40 seconds.
Yeah, it was very close. But I think I got more sleep than I do in Sweden, which I like sleep, so.
Nice. Yeah, but I heard a lot of people in Spain thought there's Spanish students like they didn't get any sleep.
They go to bed at like 12:30 and then wake up at 6.
Yeah, exactly. But for me, I probably ate dinner at like 9, which is very late for
I would say for me it's around 9 or 10.
Swedish people. Yeah. But then I like went to bed directly after that, so I got plenty of sleep, I think.
We forgot to mention the food. What was the most memory? Like, what do you remember eating when you were on your trips?
I remember eating a lot of sausages. Sausages was, I think that's good. Sausages and some like baguettes. When it a sandwich.
Very French.
Yeah, he used the baguettes instead of like other breads. And
yeah, for us. Sorry if I interrupted you, but for us in Spain, like I remember the sheer amount of KFC we ate. We ate like McDonald's, KFC. There was a Vienna. There was Vienna. There was a fast food.
Yeah, Catalan like fast food restaurant where they serve Austrian food. Yeah, so that was exciting to try. But yeah, for lunch and like dinner, we usually got like
fast food.
Or I got like
like what they made from home. We took with us.
Yeah, exactly. I got some Spanish food to try, and also an exciting thing, they like eat a second breakfast. So they eat a breakfast at home,
like
and then they take with them
to school.
To school like a sandwich, and then they go home like at
2 o'clock something.
2 o'clock to eat lunch. So that's very different from Sweden.
Okay.
So Milo, whilst me and Vim were gone, how was it? How were you holding down in Sweden, like hosting students from France? Milo, walk us through that. What was it like opening your home and showing them around?
So at first I was a little bit nervous because
I think we all.
I knew it was going to get wild, but I changed my mind like when I realized that otherwise we wouldn't have anything to do. So it took a while, like getting home to me. I live far away from the city, the school, so it took a while. But when I came there, we had a little problem. There wasn't any food on the first day, so everyone was hungry.
Oh, you mean like people at your house every day?
No, not every day.
But 2 of the days.
Two days. And the first day, I was not really like...
Did they sleep over or did they...
No sleep over. They went home by 9, I think. Yeah. And that's...
That's true. You had the food problem or something.
Yeah, the food problem. So, we came home and everyone was already hungry. And I didn't know what to do. So...
you had no parents?
I had no parents, no food. But the next day we ordered food, but on the first day we didn't get any food, so everyone ate very late. So that was a bit of a problem.
Well, that's like an interesting dilemma to be.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah.
Milo, I know you live very big. So is that why you all were like hanging out there?
Yeah, I think because nobody really wanted to take like 20 students. Because it would be very crowded.
Here, when the Spanish students came to Sweden, we usually like hung out at Stadshagen IP.
Yeah, like outdoors.
Outdoors, really. But yeah.
Milo, just last question for Milo about the French students. Was there anything that the French students were surprised about in Swedish life, or anything they were like, oh wow, do you do this in Sweden, or etc.? Yeah.
I have a funny story about the party. So we had, I live by the water. We have a little, by the water. Yeah, like a dock, where you can go and take a dip. And some of the Swedish students wanted to do that, so they did. And the French students were very shocked and thought that we were high because we were doing that. Yeah, they thought that. I didn't do it, but some of my other friends did it. And the French students.
Did the teachers find out that you thought you were high? Or
they thought they didn't really think that because they seemed a little bit weird.
Just was a bit weird.
Yeah, it was a little bit weird, but I think that's just a cultural dilemma.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, for both of you guys, I have a question now. Now that we've had these experiences already, traveling and hosting people, if you guys would know in advance, before the Erasmus exchange, exactly what would happen, would you still go there?
Before, I don't know, because we didn't really have anything to do in France, so it was quite boring actually.
So to France you wouldn't go?
No.
Would you host?
Or it depends, because it was like sometimes very boring, sometimes very fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had some activities. We went to the mountains. They were very beautiful.
Oh yeah, I saw some photos on the Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah, it was very nice. And also we went a tour through the city. That was also nice.
But yeah, I think that the highlights in Spain were when we were just the Swedish students, because I don't think
when we left the Spanish students. I agree.
Yes,
I don't think the Spanish students added to how fun it was.
Experience.
Yeah,
they didn't add to the experience. It would have been more fun if we went there just as a class without
exactly. In 7th grade we went to Gotland with
that was amazing.
That was amazing. Yeah, that was very fun.
Yeah,
and that was just a class and doing adventures and anything, and yeah.
So Milo, do you want to take the next question?
If we could travel anywhere with our class again, where would we go? That's a tough one.
That's a tough one, because there are so many countries we'd go to, but the question would be would we want to go for a country to have fun, learn something, see the nature, be outside? I mean, I assume that we wouldn't go to somewhere like America or Japan, because it's too far away, it costs too much for the school. So if we think within our boundaries, budget-wise, within our boundaries, within our limits, it would probably be someplace in Europe where we could learn something from the history. So maybe the Balkans, or France, or
Poland.
Yeah,
we are going.
We're going to Poland actually. So later this year we're going to see an episode from that. Yeah. Actually, when we'll show you around how we're living, and we're going to be in some hotels. But this is just a quick tease, guys. So please, nothing more than that.
No spoilers.
No spoilers here. So Vim, you have some question I heard for Milo. So
Milo, I heard there was a little drama around Miles, and Jack.
Can you explain for the listeners who is Miles?
Yeah.
Should I explain that?
Yeah,
okay.
You can explain.
So Miles and Jack, they are Swedish.
For now, just explain who Miles is.
Miles, he's a French student who took quite a liking of Jack at first, before we met. And then there was a little bit of drama between them, and then she moved over to Miles, which
like a train hopper, but
like a bop. And Miles fell for it, and
so let him continue the question now, then you can keep explaining.
Yeah, okay. But can you explain how all of that happened and how Miles and Miles were in Sweden?
The drama and everything.
Okay, so I can take it from the beginning.
Yeah.
So they were texting, Jack and Miles, and Jack didn't really want Miles that much. So Miles started texting Miles about their situation, and then Miles liked Miles, and Miles also liked Miles back. So on the last day of our French trip, we had a party, and the entire party they spent the time together, in the corner, cuddling and cute stuff.
You mean when you were in France?
Yeah. When we were in France, this is France. We had a party, yes. And when we were going to leave, Miles and Molly's kissed for the first time.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Miles. I mean, Miles. She is probably not a virgin even. She has like.
No, yeah.
I heard she had like. So Miles had his first kiss then.
Yeah.
Can you just maybe this is like words going around. Maybe not truth, but is it true that Miles has had 6 boyfriends only in 2025?
Yes. Yes.
Drama.
There's some serious drama going on. So I hope you say like if you've listened, thank you for listening this far. So let's keep it going.
Yeah. So then Miles is quite a bop, I would say.
Yeah.
So when they came to Sweden, there had been something between Miles and Molly. Miles started saying that he didn't like Molly because, and I think he still does, but yeah. So in Sweden there wasn't really anything special, but then so Miles got to live with Jack instead.
Oh yeah, because she was like Jack's student.
Yeah. They were close to switching between Jack and Miles, so Miles would live with Miles, but that didn't happen. And then Miles, when she saw Jack in Sweden, she took quite the liking of Jack again. So she went back to Jack.
So she first Jack, then Miles, then Jack again.
Yeah. And Jack didn't want that. And then on the last day, Miles revealed that Miles' only goal with Erasmus was to get into it with the Swedish.
Intimate,
yes.
What?
Yes.
So that was Miles' entire life.
Yeah. She's such a bop.
Yeah.
6 boyfriends, switching from Jack to Miles to Jack again, and then.
This is
amazing.
This is a mind fuck. This is mind fuck boggling. This is mind boggling for me. Jesus Christ.
But she didn't do it, so she didn't succeed in that goal.
Yeah.
But
that's good.
Yeah.
So, and that's guys. We think we're coming to an end there. That's a wrap for this episode of the Afterclass Crew. Whether it was the sunshine in Spain or hosting new friends from France, it's clear that travel and connection can teach us way more than textbooks ever could. Big thanks for Milo for sharing his hosting experience with the French students, and to all of you for listening, big thanks. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to follow us, leave a positive review, and share it with a friend. We'll be back soon with more stories, laughs, and after-school conversations. Until then, stay curious, stay calm, and we'll catch you next time. Bye!
Bye!
See ya, guys.